Well, I've just been to this convenience store to get myself a drink and a snack. It's all wrapped in plastic. There's not just the drink bottle, the inevitable straw. There's a little package of bananas here, all wrapped in plastic. And believe it or not, a peeled boiled egg, beautifully sealed in plastic, all of it inside a plastic bag. And quite often they'll even double that up and put it in another plastic bag. This really is a plastic country, and that's partly because, well, Bangkok is a very fast-moving, fast-paced city where people live off food from the street. They're very concerned about hygiene. Everything gets wrapped in plastic. People live off convenience stores as well. They buy ready-packed food. But the awareness of the damage that this plastic is doing to their environment is only just beginning now. There are just mountains of this stuff. 70 billion plastic bags every year bought by Thais and inevitably thrown away. Now, recently we've had a whale that was washed up on the coast in southern Thailand with 80 plastic bags inside it. The sea life often mistakes these for jellyfish. That whale died shortly afterwards. There's also been turtles with plastic wrapped around their shells or straws jammed through their nostrils. These stories are raising awareness about the problems of plastic, but at the moment the amounts being produced in this country are absolutely stupendous. 5 million tons of garbage just produced by this city, and about half of that plastic. It does get taken away. It doesn't tend to get thrown in the street so much to landfills, but huge amounts of it, when it's light like this, just blows into the canals. Waste management is not something that Thailand has invested much in. People living in this city pay very little for their waste disposal, and inevitably huge amounts of this plastic ends up in the sea, with very little government action so far to change it. If you go to the supermarkets, it's very common to see people double, even triple bagging their shopping. Very few people taking in their own bags. No shops at the moment actually charging people to buy them, so they've got a long way to go.
In other parts of Southeast Asia, the picture is even worse. This is a canal in the Philippines' capital, Manila, and you can see similar scenes in dozens of other cities in the region. Recycling, where it happens at all, is done largely by scavengers seeking anything that might earn them a little money. But with scant labelling and almost no official support, much of the waste ends up being discarded. Half the world's population lives in Asia, and their consumption of plastic is still rising.
Here in Thailand, understanding of how much harm plastic waste can do is rising. People do want to do something about it. In the rest of the region, that awareness is a great deal more limited. The problem is that people's lifestyles are so wrapped up in plastic packaging, and until the government changes regulations, until the businesses actually have incentives to deter people from using plastic, it's going to be very difficult to persuade people to change their plastic-bound habits.